Live from Wisconsin, it's Cardinal Pens TV.
Welcome to Cardinal Pens TV, episode number 6 for Friday, September 19th, 2025.
Today, we recap LAMY and new Durologio leather pen cases in cool new colors in the news. Focus on using the pens you have and loving them. A piece of advice from Brian's workbench. A helpful pro tip this week involving shipping pens. Cannot be stressed enough. And another weekend pen adventure from last weekend, and no adventures this weekend, non-negotiable. We are staying home. That we are staying home.
So, Lisa.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this.
I rarely do.
You rarely do. I had some experiments a while back with time travel. And I went back in time to warn people about the Titanic.
Okay.
Yeah, they kicked me out of the theater.
That's terrible.
That's good.
Boo.
That's good. That's good.
Mad at you.
That's good.
All right.
Come on. All right, what do we got? You got the, I don't even, can't read it over there.
Just in, LAMY LAMY LAMY.
Oh, okay.
We are
I can read that.
excited about LAMY.
We are.
Yeah.
So we've been out of
9
the game
months.
for 9 months, and there's like all these new colors.
Moly. A whole new, like, I think there's one pen in here that we've seen before.
There's 2, maybe.
2.
I think this one.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
2, that's 1. All right. Now that we've cleared that up.
There's 1.
When I ordered this, I was like, I have no idea what these colors are. Yes.
Yeah. And then they came in and we're just like, what are these colors? So what are we talking about? We are talking about a whole bunch of new to us LAMY Safaris and All-Stars.
And we should start with this.
And this is gorgeous. I really want one. The new LAMY Studio in the Orion matte. It's a really pretty dark purple, like eggplant.
It's up like a blackberry almost.
Yeah,
right?
like a blackberry. That's a good way to describe it. Really
they should have just called it blackberry because Orion. What is Orion? You know, but what
Super
a nice
pretty.
color.
Not glossy, which I like.
Love this matte.
Matte finish.
Yeah.
Like the matte finish on the Glacier. And what else had a matte finish? The dark forest and the dark brown were glossy.
Yeah, it's
Black
a
forest,
super
whatever it was.
pleasing color, isn't it?
Gorgeous and different.
It's
really,
really nice.
Definitely a fall color. Super pretty. So we are very excited about that. And then I just have to say,
That's a steel nib version, by the way.
Huge LAMY fans, but I think LAMY needs to let me help them name some of their colors.
Okay, why is that?
Well, so you've got Scarlet, which is purple. It's really not red.
I guess Scarlet's
Scarlet's
is
red.
right?
Beautiful. It's also.
Is it deep scarlet? Dark scarlet?
Is it dark scarlet?
No, I think it's just scarlet.
Scarlet. So it doesn't really look scarlet to my eyes.
It's a nice looking
pretty
color,
though.
It's a pretty
kind
color,
of like blackberry.
Yeah.
Or like an eggplant. So I don't know where scarlet came from. Dark dusk.
That's what the box said.
A dark navy, which is very pretty. And then we've got steel black, which has kind of a bluish tinge to it, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like steel, steel.
And one thing you'll notice about almost every one of these new
matching
pens
clip
is all the clips are black.
Oh, are they black?
Well, or
the dark
matching
dusk
color.
is matching.
Yeah, which means most of them have the black nib.
Okay. Look, they do.
Yeah, so there's like no...
Yep. Sunset Coral has the matching color matched clip. That's bright.
Right.
If you want a shy pen, this is not for you. If you want somebody to see your pen and go, whoa, what is that? This is the pen for you. Really cool, bright color, kind of summery, like very tropical. So those are the Safaris. And then
A lot of All-Stars.
A lot of All-Stars. There's a
Like, did
3,
we
6,
did we
9.
miss some Safaris, or
Yeah.
did they sell out of some Safaris? Because
since we were gone. Yeah. So
and I've always liked this. I've always liked the All-Stars a little bit more.
yes.
The color palette's just really very nice.
Autumn pink, kind of a sort of like a mauve.
It's not a bright.
It's certainly not
Definitely
bright.
not a
It's
bright
definitely a muted pink. Aubergine, very pretty purple. And I know you can't really see these.
Well, yeah.
but-
You gotta open that one.
You gotta. Then we gotta start opening these up because they all have.
Oh my!
They've got
I haven't seen these before. Bright, clear yellow,
highlighter
like
section.
highlighter.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a matching.
Yellow
Jewel.
top.
That does not have.
That one is.
Oh, that's
the
got
pink.
kind of a clear
So
rose
this is the new Lamy All-Star
thing.
thing. Yeah.
All right, that's
'Cause
cool.
every one of these will have a different.
Denim,
Oh, I don't understand this color.
orange, Syracuse colors. Orange and blue.
Well,
There
yeah,
you go.
But is
Thank
that
Syracuse is a little
the
darker.
Syracuse? The orange men aren't the denim men, are they?
No, but that's denim.
It's
They
really
have.
bright for denim though.
It
isn't
is. Another dark dusk, another kind of dark blue.
What color's the section on that one? You gotta open them up.
Ooh.
It's dark.
So we'll have pictures up on the website. These just came in. We haven't had time to do anything with them.
This is
Tourmaline
a
we've had
regular.
before.
This is a regular
Yep.
member, but I just like the. Yeah, right there.
I'm good. Tourmaline, love the tourmaline. We've had this before.
Bubble gum. Somebody said bubble gum.
Bubble gum. All right.
The coral one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, kind
yeah,
of.
Yeah.
fiery.
Fiery, yeah.
This is fiery. Kind of a dark rose, very dark rose, with bright red inside. Very cool.
Yeah, I like that color. That
Yeah.
color section is pretty nice.
Lilac has been out before.
Hasn't? I don't.
Pretty.
I just don't remember.
pretty
I
purple.
remember.
Maybe I can
I remember
Yeah.
the black, the ocean blue,
You don't want
the
the
charcoal.
charcoal.
Yeah.
Mint has a
Ooh.
darker
I like
green,
that.
which I like a lot.
You know, so what you have to do is you have to buy these and you swap the sections.
No,
You put that
No.
green in like the red.
no. And then aquatic is a really pretty blue
Yeah.
with a bright royal blue.
Kind of matches your shirt.
Kind of does. Maybe I need one.
I don't know,
No.
do you?
So, whole bunch of new Safaris and All Stars, and that gorgeous studio. You want that one?
Yeah, and then of course we didn't show you the regular ones, but
Right.
so we got those. And we should mention all of the Lamy inks.
Yep.
And the standard 50 mil versions and the crystal inks in the 30 mil
Are in stock.
are in stock. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Super excited about that.
the regular ones got that blotter
The little strip
roll
of blotter paper.
on the bottom of the bottle. So
Mhm.
I forgot to bring the bottles out, but there we are.
Super. So excited to have that. More will be down the road as we get to it, can afford it, and all that good stuff. And what else do we have?
We
In
have-
other pretty
We,
colors.
and I actually sort of forgot that we ordered this because it for whatever reason it took longer than I expected to get here. So with Girologio is back in the house, and we have
You okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
we've done very well with Girologio in the past. Very high quality, not incredibly expensive pen
No,
cases.
Very nice.
I don't know where to start here. Should we start with the colors?
Yeah.
So
And there
the
are-
standard colors, antique brown and black for like everything.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12.
They had bomber brown. They had saddle for a while. I don't know if they still have that.
Yeah.
And then they did have denim in a couple. That was fairly recent.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But then these
are new
three
colors.
new colors. Super excited.
This is
about
Pacific green.
Very pretty dark
Really
green.
lovely green. And then these are available in different varying sizes. This is the 12. So, and it's got a black interior.
Very pretty.
That's
Nice color. This one,
I like this. I like this. This is the Royal Cobalt.
nice.
Really a pretty color.
Very pretty blue.
I'm thinking I want one of those.
What's the interior look like?
And they make these and we have them right now. We have them up to 12, but they do make these up to, is that?
Black
That's black,
interior.
okay. So they're all going to be black interior. They do make them up to a 48 pen case. So if you're interested, let me know and I will get it for you. But I think I need to have a blue 48. This
And
one
then
is quite lovely.
Sugar plum.
Sugar plum. Can we match? We can match these all with.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Right?
Match them all
Gorgeous.
with the All Star
Rich purple.
I like the purple
Very
on the-
pretty.
on the side.
And then with that gold zipper, that just makes such a pretty contrast.
And this is their cotton denim.
What happened to that?
What? What do you mean? What
Oh,
happened?
the
to
big label.
that? That's your denim label.
Oh,
You know, like on the back of your jeans.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wear jeans. So the denim had been out before, but now they've expanded their offerings, which is cool.
Yeah. So this is the 12 zip.
Very nice.
And
Black
it's the
interior.
same interior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Real nice.
nice to have some new color options, especially if you throw these in your messenger bag or your purse or something and you just want something other than black or brown. Really cool.
So we got the pen folios.
My
12.
favorite.
They've got a little
Hands down, my favorite case on the planet.
magnet on them. They're nice and
They're
compact.
sleek.
Yeah, they're thin. I like that you can hold 12, but for me, you know, this or this one wins for me every time. Fits in my laptop bag just much more easily for me.
Yeah.
Love the portfolio.
And we have these in varying. When I ordered them, not all the colors of everything were in stock, but we're trying to keep the antique brown, the black, the ox blood, which is this one in the 6. You can see it's kind of more of a shiny.
Yep,
leather.
It's a glossier finish as opposed to a matte finish, and every one of the oxblood has varying shades of burgundy to darker burgundy, and so it's kind of a.
It's nice. I like it.
Not an ombre.
Here's
'cause
the 3 is a little bit different.
yeah. So just very interesting in how the tanning of the leather is done,
So there's your classic black, which is smooth.
but
It's
not
really
as glossy.
nice. Yeah, it's not black is not glossy.
Yeah.
And the same as the brown. That's the antique brown. And then we do have singles also available in all the new colors. So here's a royal cobalt. So if you want just a nice single
pen. But they've always been well made, a good value.
I've never had one fall apart.
No, which is more than we could say for some that are more expensive
Or lesser expensive.
or lesser. Yeah.
Lesser expensive.
So.
So they've always held up. I mean, the worst I can say is maybe I had a zipper
Zipper pull fall.
zipper pull fall off. But other than that, I mean, and we've used them hard.
Yeah.
We're not the average Joe. We've used our
Yeah, we used to
our
take
96
these to
pen cases.
pen shows
I've
and
been to 100 pen shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and if the
they're-
worst that happens is the zipper pull falls off, that's a darn good
Yeah.
pen case.
Yeah, it's a good case.
Yeah.
It's really a good case. So it comes with my stamp of approval. Double loops on all of the zipper cases, the 12s above, so that your pens aren't banging into each other.
Yeah. Nicely made. Nicely thought out.
Everything is all your pens are siloed in your loops. They're not inside. They're not going
Nice
to be
term,
touching. Yeah, I like
siloed.
that, siloed. So
You're in isolation.
so we've got them up to 12. If you're interested in the 24s or the 48s, just shoot me an email, and I'll certainly be happy to get it for you. But we decided to go up to 12, and for now, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Let's focus on a couple things.
I have no idea what we're talking about here.
Let's talk about two different things. We're going to talk about those in a minute.
Okay.
But let's talk about the pens you have at home. There you go. How many pens do you have at home? You've got about
4.
4 or 5 now. You might have 5.
5.
Back up to 5. So if you have pens at home in your collection that you're just not using, here's my challenge to you. Tonight, clean your pens that are inked and rotate them. Love the pens you have. Give them a good clean.
Okay.
Think of this like fall cleaning. Give them a good clean. Ink some of them up and just play with some of the pens you have. And if there are some that you just consistently don't reach for, or you ink it, you write with it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's too heavy for my hand, or it's too skinny for my hand, or whatever, let them go. Just let them go. Sell them, give them away, do whatever. But you should periodically curate your collection and keep what you love and let go of the rest one way or another. Unless you're Brian.
Well, I've only got a few.
I know.
So.
You had to let go of them, but go through your collection.
It is the weekend, so it's a good time to, if you're going to rotate.
Clean your
I think it's
pens,
a great time to
and
find some time to do that.
switch your inks from summer to fall ink if that's what you do, or try a new ink.
Ooh, I could switch from Waterman Black to Sailor Black.
Yes, you could. I think I have some green you could play with.
Waterman Black to Waterman Mysterious Blue.
Yeah. Ignore Brian, but
It's going to be an exciting evening,
love
folks.
the pens you
We're going to
have.
live stream that action.
No, well, you can do what you want. I'm going to the grocery store. Love the pens that you have, and if you don't love them, clean them and let them go. But if you have some that you just haven't inked in a long time, use this as an excuse to just kind of go through your collection, clean them out, re-ink them, switch up your ink. It's a great time of year for that. But rotate your pens and try and love what you have. I think too many of us these days, you've got, like, I have my grandmother's china in my hutch and we never use it, and I should use it.
Yep.
So just some of these things that we have sitting around or saved for a rainy day, use them. So that's your focus. And then,
well, speaking of pens that
didn't make the cut
didn't make
for
the cut.
someone.
So I wanted to focus on a couple of pens that we have here on consignment.
I didn't know we had some of these.
And I'm actually shocked that a couple of these are still here.
Did you choose these to torment me?
What, this one and this one?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I knew. And I think we've showed a couple of these before, but I just want to. I want to refresh everybody's memory that there are some really, really awesome,
right,
previously enjoyed pens or vintage pens on the website.
All right, what do you
this
got?
one is fantastic.
Okay.
And I had the same reaction last time. It was a Parker 75 Insignia gold fill. It is lovely, flat tassies, nice 14 karat gold nib.
I was reading Russell's comment.
Oh.
What do you do if you have 300 pens and
Saving.
like number of inks? Well, you do 5 at a time.
You got a problem.
They're all inked, Russell? Yeah.
So Parker 75, this is really a great pen. And it's in excellent condition. It's really, really very nice.
Beautiful.
There's no dings, there's no dents. It really hard to find this clean. Very hard to find this clean. Number 2, I know you love these.
I love these.
Parker Dual Fold,
Ah,
international size,
international is the perfect size for my hand. Let me just
which
show
is
you.
which is the thinner of the two. So there's
Right.
Centennial, which is the thick version, the fatter version, and then there's the international, which is a little bit thinner.
Do you know the official name for this color? It looks like crushed velvet.
green carpet.
It looks like crushed velvet. It
It
is
does,
so
crushed velvet.
pretty.
I don't know what the official name is.
Yeah.
I
So,
could
so
look it up.
pretty.
Green. They might have just called it green.
Yeah. But it looks like crushed velvet. Absolutely gorgeous.
And
And what
if
was
you're
the nib on that?
if you're not familiar with these, this is a monster. It's 18 karat. Well, it says medium, but
It looks like
it looks like a
It's
broad. It really
huge.
does look like a broad. These beautiful two-tone nibs that they put on these dual folds in this era. They're stunning. It's a really, really great looking pen. 18 karat nib. Love it. For something completely different, and on the low end of the price scale, we've got a beautiful narwhal.
pretty brown with
Steel nib. I mean,
gold.
this material reminds me of the Delta Fusion.
yes.
But it's got a little bit more gold to it.
Little
The
sparkle.
Fusion 82 had that brown. I used to call it look like you were on the moon. But this has got a little bit of gold sparkle to it.
Yeah. Very pretty.
Really, really nice looking pen. Piston filler. You got the ink window.
But the sparkle's not over the top. So if you're thinking, oh, it's got sparkles, I'm out, I don't do glitter.
It's very subtle.
It's not over the top glitter everywhere.
In fact, when you said that, I was like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, it's got
yeah,
little
yeah.
sparkles.
There's a little sparkle
like
in there.
little mica sparkles.
It's really nice. It's really a really nice looking pen,
Pretty.
and it's not terribly expensive.
All right.
This next one, I don't know. You know, Sailor makes a lot of pens. They make a lot of pens for a lot of different vendors, so it is impossible at this point in time to
That's
keep.
Fun color.
It is a fun color. I like it a lot. Somebody please buy this because I want to buy this pen from our consignor. It is a 1911 large in this like transparent, what would you call this? Amber?
Like a sepia. It's darker.
It's really nice.
It's gorgeous. It's different. That's what I really like is that it's not, when it was on the tray, it almost looked like a Platinum 3776 in burgundy because it's kind of a dark.
Oh, like an 823.
Yeah, it's a reddish brown.
Yeah, it's more reddish brown.
But it's a really interesting color.
It's a cool color.
Yeah.
It's a 1911 large, 21 karat medium nib. In all these pens, when we've got quite a number of consignment pens, they're all like pristine. They're very clean. I mean, some of them I question whether or not they were actually ever used. They're just that clean. So you're getting a heck of a pen. So this guy, I don't know what color this is. I don't know who it was made for.
It's a funky
It
brown.
was not a standard edition, at least available in the US. So it was made for somebody or for some other market. Really a great looking pen. And then this one I know you love.
Be Still My Heart.
And I'm actually a little surprised it's still here because this has a pretty good price on it. Aurora Optima, blue marble, silver trim.
One of the few pens I kept was an Aurora Optima that Brian gave to me as a Christmas present, and it was the 75th anniversary red color.
Yeah.
But at one point in time, I did have quite a collection of Aurora Optimas
Yeah.
in different colors,
Yeah.
and they write like a dream.
This is a 14 karat extra fine nib. I want to say the Optima is maybe one of the most perfect pens
It's beautiful.
in terms of balance and fit. The way it posts, how well it posts, how deep it posts. And somebody's calling right now because they want this Optima.
Caller number 7.
Caller
come
number
on
7,
down.
you're live on Cardinal Pens TV.
Sorry.
Is it a Visa or a MasterCard? Yeah. All right, very good. So anyway, those are 5, and we'll show off some more in the future, but really nice pen. So if you're looking for a nice previously owned pen, we've got them.
And, adding on to that, if you've hesitated to consider buying a consignment pen because you think that used means beat up and broken, we try to be very selective. Can't always. Sometimes it's, here's my whole collection, sell it for me. But we try to be very selective in what we accept for consignment so that they are saleable and not beat up and broken and look like they've been run over.
The quality here is very high.
Yes.
It is. I mean, these, they don't even look like they've been used.
Yeah.
Some of these, it's in and even the vintage ones. I mean, yeah, of course they've been used. I mean, they're 50, 60, 70,
Right.
80 years old or whatever, but they're really good. So
Yeah.
In fact, I had somebody email last week about consignment pens, and they were going to send some in, and then they gave me a list, and then this one was missing this and this. I said, don't even send those.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell them if it's missing stuff. The clip is missing. Forget it.
Yeah.
It's
just
not going to
gonna
work.
Yeah.
Or the jewel's missing or whatever. So
just keep that in mind if you're considering a used or vintage or consignment pen. We don't sell anything, except very rarely do we have like a repairman's special. But everything,
yeah, it's very unusual. I think
Yeah.
we did it last year a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
Yeah. So don't be scared.
All right. What else we got?
Tales from the bench.
Tales for the bench.
Celebrate your wins. Brian had a little bit of a win. The piece of advice is don't give up and don't rush things.
Yeah, we've talked about don't rushing things.
Yeah.
My win this week was and if anybody watches my streams, they know my least favorite pen repair ever is getting that stinking 51 cap jewel off of the bushing.
Okay.
Because inevitably
Tell
you
me how
get,
you really feel.
I hate it. It's because you spend a lot of time doing nothing. And you try and it doesn't move and it doesn't move. And I know there's a bunch of
You
people
just
in the chat.
Watch paint dry, or
But you try different things. You put it in naphtha, you put it in the ultrasonic, you put it in the ultrasonic in naphtha, you put it in water, you use heat, and then you go back and forth, and it never moves.
okay.
So, like I said this week, so we had one in on a pen where we stored the pen, and then all we had to do was get the jewel off and
Jeff hates it when you say that.
Jeff?
Jeff.
What? When I say all?
All it needs.
All it needs.
Yeah.
Oh,
All you
yeah.
gotta do.
All you got to do.
Yeah.
All you have to do is take the jewel off of this bushing and put it in this cap. I've already repaired the filling system. It writes like a dream. Actually, on this particular pen, I repaired the cap. I took the dents out of the cap, and it took, well, it didn't take too long, but it took long enough. Hours of work, and I will never not celebrate every time one of those comes open. Hands up in the air, hands together.
Right.
Always celebrate your wins. That's
Okay.
that's my little thing of the week,
Okay.
because it came apart and
Finally, yeah.
it was good.
So, but you do have to know when to give up.
Yeah, you do have to know when to give up and
When it
when to
breaks.
wait. Well, yeah, and the thing about that repair is the jewel is kind of like a mushroom, right? It's got a very, very tiny narrow stem, and it's like this plastic essentially, and you heat it up, and you know when it's going to come loose if it's been glued in, when it starts to get soft. And then when it starts to get soft, one of two things happens. One, either it breaks, you twist it off and the stem snaps off,
Okay.
or it comes out. So the only way to know is to get right up to the edge
Okay.
and cross your fingers.
Well, good for you. Congrats. So, we've got a pro tip for you today, and I know we've talked about this over the years. Let's talk about preparing your pens for shipping. Whether you're sending it off to a nibmeister, whether you're sending it off to Brian for repair, whether you're sending it to a friend so they can try one of your pens. We've seen people do everything from throwing it in an envelope, like a letter envelope with a stamp, to sending it in like this basketball of bubble wrap. So,
well, wasn't it Frank Dubio who tells stories of people who put Cardinal Waterman 20s literally in an envelope with the stamp? No, nothing. Literally just took a white envelope, put this Cardinal 20 in there, licked it shut, and sent it off in the mail. I think Frank Dubio is the one that told that story.
But we've had pens that have been mailed to us just in an envelope. So whether you are sending a pen to a repair person,
rare pens too.
Yeah, sending a pen to a nib person, sending a pen to return. We've had all sorts of crazy stuff over the years. And so what should they do?
So if you're sending it off to be repaired, sending off to be serviced to whether it be a vendor or a repair person like myself,
Or a nib person.
A nib person. There's a couple things that you really have to do. So first off, wrap the pen in bubble wrap.
Clean your pen.
Clean your pen. Yeah, don't send it inked.
Yes.
Don't send it
please
inked. Clean your pen as best as possible. It doesn't have to be spick and span, but no ink. You don't want any ink in it because it's going to get everywhere.
Right.
Bubble wrap it and use a box. Okay, so these are obvious things, right? Okay, so the other thing is once you've got it in the box, make sure to tape the box.
Yes.
We received a package this week, and I don't want to keep trying to make an example of this person, but we got a pen in this week, and the box was not taped. So when it came in, I was like, oh, look at this. opened it up and there, you know, there was the
At
pen
least
inside.
the pen was still
The
inside.
pen was inside. It was bubble wrapped. It was all good. So bubble wrap, box, tape it. Now here's the important thing that a lot of people miss. Probably 75% of the people miss this.
I think I know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say? Include a typewritten, not handwritten, typewritten, printed out on your computer. And this is so important. Name, address, email address, phone number.
Yes.
If you've got a business card, fantastic.
Great.
If you've got a mailing label, fantastic. Mailing labels usually don't have the email address or the phone number. I need to be able to get a hold of you. What I run into often is folks who want to show off their handwriting, and I can't read it.
Yeah.
Better yet, print out the email conversation from us, from what we've talked about, so I know what this is. I mean, I probably get, you know, a half a dozen Esterbrookes a month that all look alike, you know, or a half a dozen 51s. Remind me what we did.
Right.
And-
or what you're wanting to have done or what we talked about.
You know,
right.
I'll get packages in the mail, nothing inside.
Just a
there's
pen.
there's a bubble wrapped pen inside. Great, you got that. You tape the box, and on the outside, I have first initial and last name written in cursive.
So,
I don't know.
yeah.
Who is this? You know,
Right. Or nothing at all.
or nothing at
and
all.
then
Yeah.
or just an address, and then we're stuck trying to figure out, okay, Brian spends sometimes far too much time trying to track down who this pen belongs to and what he's agreed to do or what we're doing with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually shocking. It's probably as high as 50% of the time I don't know what I've got.
And it's things that you as a customer may just assume, like, oh well, we talked about my blue 51, but yours is not the only one on the planet.
Right.
And so there could be other people who are sending in similar pens, and it just makes sure that you get into the right tray, that we know what you're doing. And
Well,
so
I probably have right now. I probably have 10 people who are in the process of sending their pens to me. So
Right.
we've talked about this, and whether or not they get them to me in a timely manner is another thing. But
Right.
I could get 5 pens next week that are all, because I do kind of the same things, right? I do vacuumatics, I do snorkels, I do whatever. So it's very important. Include that note. You don't have to include the email if you don't want
Right.
the email thread, but at least typewrite it out, print it out on your
Yep.
on your computer. That would be so helpful.
But it doesn't have to be overdone. We did get a pen once that was just so bubble wrapped. It's like, we just kept taking the bubble wrap off.
Yeah,
Like,
and
is there a pen in there?
Well, and the problem is if you have bubble wrap and you use packing tape to seal it, sometimes you risk damaging the pen trying to get it out because the only way to get the tape off is to cut the tape off,
Right.
and you don't know what you're cutting, and so
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the mail is usually a pretty good, reliable source. If you've got it bubble wrapped and in a box, you're probably
It
good.
generally
It doesn't
arrives
need to
fine,
be.
but
you
yeah,
know.
don't just throw it in an envelope and don't just send it all alone.
So anyway, that probably can't be stressed enough.
Right.
We should do that once a year.
There
We
you
should.
go. All right.
Good idea.
And then pen adventures.
Is a note typed on a typewriter acceptable? Absolutely. And I expect them not to be in alignment, so like some of the letters are above and below.
Russell Bryan doesn't have the lathe yet today.
Well, he knows I'm moving it this weekend.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought about it this morning, but it was too early to move the lathe.
Yeah. Now that it's after Labor Day, my office is open on Friday, so we have to be here at 7:45, which is early for Brian. So a couple weeks ago, a customer and a friend recommended this antique store that he and his wife had been to a while back. We're not going to say where.
No.
And for local people who ask, I'm not going to tell you where we went. So
I'm not going to kiss and tell.
no. So we decided we were going to go on this adventure.
Although you could go here if you want. I'm not going back.
So
There's no pens there anymore.
a friend recommended that we go to this place. He had been there sometime mid to late last year.
October.
And,
Last October.
Yes. And saw this big batch of pens for bigger money. And they might still be there.
Which is unusual, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't, you know, normally you'll have pens, but they're all priced individually. I don't think I've ever seen a collection,
100 plus pens.
120, 15 pens or 20 pens or whatever it was for one price.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Right.
Like, do you ever want to sell these?
Right. So we didn't. Sometimes if people at like antique malls know that you're interested, sometimes, you know, they raise the price. So we called the day before. So we called on Friday,
It was like in the afternoon.
late in the afternoon, to see if they still had it. And they did. And it was more pens, but more money than
Yeah,
what was
it was
quoted, which
it was
was
about
fine.
like 10%.
Yeah,
you know,
but
it
10%
was
more
fine.
pens, 10% more money. And so we went to the bank, we got some cash because remember, cash is king.
Actually, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't get
We
cash.
didn't get cash.
We didn't get cash.
We
Why did
didn't
we
get-
not get cash? Oh, we had to go there.
We got cash
Yeah,
there.
so we should have gone and gotten cash, but it was too late. And
we didn't think that was going to be part of the negotiating
No,
tactic
we-
at the time.
no, we didn't. So we called, and yes, they had them.
Yeah. So
Made
there,
our
there.
plans. Went to the grocery store, got our snacks, got our sandwich stuff, and we drove a few hours in a direction, and we went to this little tiny town. And the first place we went to was the antique mall, which was tiny. And they had,
I mean, it was okay size.
yeah, it was all right.
wasn't,
It wasn't big,
It was
but
kind
it wasn't
of, it
monster.
was like it was a mall in the fact that it had booths.
But it wasn't big.
Yeah, it was
We wandered around, didn't see anything else exciting.
like
Found like 2 pens and couldn't find this
grouping
this
of pens.
group of pens.
and I
You'd
keep thinking it's going to be around the corner, right?
right. And so
It must
we
be
look,
over there.
we look everywhere. We see like 2 pens, and then we finally have to ask.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's right here. Everything was in a big box, so it was all boxed up, and it had stuff on top.
It was like in a fruit box.
Yeah, like a tomato
like peaches
box
or
from the
something?
grocery store.
Or something,
Yeah.
and then there was like crap all over the top, and then it was very
In a tiny little, you know, however many pens for however much money. And they never would have sold this.
They
You
never
could
would have
not,
sold
I mean,
that.
you'd have to be
Never.
down and look
Never.
and read it because it was small writing. Like, they never planned to sell this. So Brian took everything out, and they were in trays. And kudos to whoever owned that because the trays fit perfectly.
They did, yeah. They fit.
I mean,
the
it was like
exact
the box
width,
was made for it.
and then there were 2 that fit
Standing up.
up. But they're glass top.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know
kind
what
of
we're
like
gonna
the,
do
like
with them.
I don't know. Anybody
They almost
use
look like
those?
watch display
Yeah.
pieces.
Not terribly expensive because they're like glass tops, but with like sort of
That-
cardboard.
Yeah. You've seen them in
in the
pen
divider.
shows.
You've seen them.
Yeah.
Pen shows or jewelry shows or something.
So we
I mean,
asked to see it.
the trays are like, you know,
Yeah,
2
like-
inches
like
wide. I mean, they're
big
ridiculous.
enough for watches,
You can fit
the
2
slots.
pens, 3 pens.
So we asked to see it. They let us look at it. The guy did stand near us, but he didn't hover, and we didn't feel pressured. But Brian went through everything.
I wasn't going to let him
No.
bully me, man.
No.
There's 115 pens. I'm going to
Yeah,
look at every
so
stinking one of them.
125 or whatever,
whatever
it was.
it was.
Yeah. So we go through them all, and then the guy said, and we asked if that was the best price, like we've recommended, and he said, well, he could do. Let me check. So he goes back. He says he can do a little bit of a discount for cash. Okay, like we told you, sometimes it helps. Ask. But for me, none of them seemed to really excite Brian. And if
She
we're-
was really worried
if,
all
if
day.
we're going to spend money, not insignificant money, I just kind of thought he should be more excited. So I said, let's go have lunch and we'll talk about it. Because you also don't want to be like, oh my God, I've been waiting for these for my whole life. And, you don't want to be too excited and then have them say, oh, well, that's not part of it. Or, sometimes people can be sketchy, not all the time.
Or you come back and then all of a sudden that pen's gone.
Yeah. Like,
That's
that's worth
happened
more.
before.
Yes.
That's
yes,
happened
it has.
before. Well, that's not part of the deal.
Oh, not the case.
The
No.
case.
Not the pens. You can buy the case, but not
Yeah.
the pens. So we left, and like, we're not even in the car, and I'm like, is this not a good deal? And Brian's like, no, it's a good deal. Yeah, it's
We
fine.
can
Like,
make some. This person, see, the thing was, is this person was obviously a Schaefer collector
yeah,
because it was tray after tray after tray after tray, nothing but Schaefers, and primarily balance, touchdowns, 1 or 2 snorkels,
bunch of vac fillers.
and a bunch of vacs, and a bunch of Schaefer pencils, and then there were a couple walls,
And a couple weird things.
but like
Bottle opener.
one yeah, a bottle opener with elephants on it.
Weird.
We showed it off on the repair stream the other day. A single one Parker
Yeah.
with
It's very
it was a vac demi of all things, 'cause who wants that, with a bad nib. So it didn't even have any Parkers, no 51s, nothing like that.
Well, when you're more out west, you get more Schaefers.
Yeah.
And when you're up north, you get, I don't know what you get. So sometimes it's directional. But
That
anyway.
depends. I don't know.
So we left and we went to lunch. And we went to a couple other little antique stores, none of which had anything worth looking at.
There were some wild chairs.
Yes.
There was
some
a lot
wild-
of furniture. It's
Yes.
very ornate, elaborate.
Yes.
Was there one with snakes or dragons on it or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
I took a
Some
picture. I got to
weird
show
stuff.
Lindsay.
So there were but it was a weird little town, like 2 blocks. There were like 4 or 5 or 6 antique stores, a tattoo shop, a coffee shop, and
I asked if you want to get a tattoo. If we can go in and get tattoos.
How polite.
you're not going to get a tattoo.
Probably. I would maybe get one.
Get out.
Well, I mean,
Anyway, that'll be interesting. So we
Nib.
one. Excuse me. We wandered around this little town. There wasn't even one little antique store.
Yeah,
Did
there
have some pretty jewelry,
Yeah.
way overpriced. But lots of different
It was
things.
fresh.
It was different.
Yeah,
We'd
yeah,
never
it was
been there,
different.
so it was different. And then we decided, all right, we're gonna go to the bank. We're gonna get some
It
cash,
just happened to be our bank in town.
which is rare because we
which
do not.
We
use
hadn't planned it, and he's like, "Well, I'll give you a discount for cash."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And so we're like, all right, let's eat lunch first. And we were gonna go to the bank. And we pulled into this parking lot, and right at the end of the parking lot was this little creek that was just super pretty.
Yeah, it was nice.
And we're like, ooh, let's do lunch.
There's a guy down there fly fishing.
Yeah, it was great.
know.
It looked like there'd been an overpass at one point that had been probably moved down the road. And so you had a couple big giant blocks of cement and pretty little bank. There were a bunch of ducks and geese.
I wonder, it was an old town. I wonder if it wasn't like a mill town or something.
Could have
There
been.
was a mill there.
Yeah.
at
So
some point, but-
we had a lovely little lunch by the water, and it was it was a beautiful day. And just had lunch, and then we went to the bank, and then went back and asked to see the pens again, just to make sure, because when we were in the car, I'm like, you're not excited. Like,
Yeah, well,
if
you know,
you're gonna
it's-
spend bigger money, I need you to be a little excited.
So, and this is going to sound weird, but when you get pens, and you buy pens like that, there's always like one. There's usually a standout, right? And it's worth more than everything else. And this was all solid, good stock.
Okay.
There is not a single pen restored in this lot that's going to even be $200.
Okay.
There were plenty that were in the 100 to 150 range, but there's nothing over $200. There's nothing outstanding. There's no oversized. There's not even a standard vacuumatic. There's no oversized balance. None of that stuff. No dual fold seniors. I mean, we'll definitely make money on the deal
Right.
once everything's restored. But there was nothing that was like, wow, I've always wanted one of these. It was black touchdowns,
Right.
and
But usually, he'll kind of quietly say to me, okay, well,
she'll get the little
the elbow. I
the
think.
elbow.
This is going to be a 250 pen, or look at
I'll
this.
say,
this
oh,
is
look
a-
at this. And then I'll put it down, and then she
Right.
knows what I'm talking about. 'Cause
Right.
she doesn't, to say you don't care is not,
It isn't that I don't care, but I leave.
you leave those decisions to me.
Yeah,
and
because you're the one who does the repairs.
if I point something out, it's
important.
It usually means it's
Yeah.
our code for,
Okay, this is a good one.
This is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was no signal, there was no nothing. And so we get in the car, the first time, and I'm like, okay, so is this not a good deal? I mean, we don't have to do this. We have other places to look at. We're having a lovely day. It's beautiful weather. We're going to go have a nice lunch, and we're going to stop at an outlet mall for me, and we're all good. And it was just that there were just nice, solid pieces. Nothing super exciting.
I mean, everything, pretty much everything had a nib.
Right.
And 95% of everything that had a nib was a good nib. I mean, no problems with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's good stock. It's stuff we don't have,
right,
or that we can use.
Right.
So.
But it was just.
I'm getting all sorts of suggestions, by the way, what kind of tattoo I should have. A Cardinal logo, a desk set.
Oh, I like the Cardinal.
The desk set.
Yeah.
A tattoo of a fountain pen with ink leaking out of the pen.
I would never just go to a random town to a random tattoo artist. They would have to come highly recommended.
Tattoo of a Parker 51.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Whatever you want.
Can you imagine?
So anything else that we need to talk about? Anything that we can share that's coming up?
We can't talk about that yet.
Yeah.
No. We got something exciting coming up.
We
next
are
month.
excited. Yeah.
Something next month is coming.
Yeah.
Secrets.
We're
Yeah.
very excited. Anything else? We are not going anywhere this weekend. If you want to go, you can drive yourself.
I might go to one of the local malls.
All right. You have Pen Club this weekend.
Oh, we have Pen Club this weekend. So if you're in the Appleton area, and I know it's like probably 0 of you, but just in
You
case,
could drive.
there are some local folks that
Yeah.
watch. And if you haven't been a regular attendee at a Pen Club, this month we are meeting at the library. This is on Sunday. I think it's I honestly don't remember the time. 1:30, 2 o'clock, something like that. I am actually doing a talk on vintage pen buying 101.
Nice.
And we did this seminar. I did the seminar about 3 years ago, I think now, at the St. Louis show. And with the help of even some of you that are in the chat right now, we kind of fine-tuned it with a mix of different things that we're going to do. So
Very cool.
it's actually going to be I think it's going to be interactive and fun.
I'm sure. it will be.
And I'll have examples of things that you can find and things that you should buy, you shouldn't buy, and what certain things look like. So it's going to be a really interesting. Is it at 1 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay. At least I won't be late now because I thought it was 1:30.
Well, thank you, Carol. Carol thinks Brian should get a tattoo of Lisa. Face tattoos never really age well.
Can't get her name right across the forehead.
No. No.
So anyway, Pen Club on Sunday, 1 o'clock. Vintage pen buying 101. It's actually, I think it's a pretty informative and pretty interesting talk.
They're asking, did you buy the box of pens?
We did buy the box of pens.
So
yes.
we did buy them.
We did get a discount for cash.
I was asked if I wanted to sit in the back seat and look through them,
Yes,
but
like he did last time. He opted not to, but he did move the chair back in the front seat so he had room by his feet for the box, so he could go through them and resort them.
Yeah, for all you OCD people out there, if this tray has Schaefer's in it, and the next tray has like 4 Schaefer's in a wall, and then the next tray has got 4 walls and a Schaefer, that just doesn't cut the mustard.
Yeah, you got to rearrange
The
it.
Schaefer's got to be together,
Right.
the walls got to be together, the Esterbrook's, so.
So you get points for not sitting in the back, and kudos for organizing. It was a little more crowded for you.
She was anxious. We drove and we didn't get the pen. No, we got the pens.
I would not have been. We've always had an agreement that if it's not a good deal, I don't care if we've driven 6 hours. And we had that conversation when we drove to Indiana. If it's not a good deal, we're never going to allow ourselves to feel pressured to go forward with it. If it's not good for us, we've done that in the past. We've done things that aren't quite the best move
So
for
sometimes
us.
things don't turn out. I mean,
Yeah.
just this morning, I had somebody come in and sold me some pens, and they weren't quite exactly how they presented in the pictures. It was still a decent deal, but it wasn't. Sometimes things just aren't exactly
As great as you think.
as good as you think.
So if we had not opted to go with buying the giant fruit basket of pens, I would have been fine. That's always our arrangement is we're going to have an adventure. We're going to have a good lunch. We're going to have a great drive. We try not to go when it's really bad weather.
Yeah, I know.
Because
back on the winter.
I don't want to have bad weather and come home empty-handed and feel like we've wasted a stressful day.
No.
For us, this is fun. And it was fun. We had a lovely day.
Yeah, we had a good day. So if you're watching the repair streams, actually just yesterday I started in on some of the Schaefers. We did 3 touchdowns and 2 snorkels that were in that grouping. So I'm starting in on those to get those kind of worked through, so I can recoup some of my money.
And you're still working on customer pens.
I've got a bunch of customer pens still, and I
Okay.
got some more coming in.
You have a bunch coming in.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you again next week when we do this all over again.
Make sure to check us out on our
Try that again.
What was that? Check us out on our new social media platforms as Cardinal Pens. Instagram is Cardinal Pens and Paper, by the way. Just look for the birds. All right.
Oh, before we
more
drop off, I don't think I said this last week. Nobody's commented on the intro.
Nobody's coming in the intro?
The bird.
The bird?
The cardinal.
Isn't that the beautiful?
Isn't that
beautiful
cool?
thing? That's the coolest
Lindsay
thing.
did that. All of that. And it's just, I
You did a
just,
great job.
nobody's commented on the cardinal. I think it's cool. And the music. I love the music. So there you go.
She loves it. Whenever the music comes on, she's like,
I'm like jamming. Yeah. So anyway,
I don't know what that was. We better stop.
we're good.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.